never take me anywhere, Harold.
Where would you like to go, Ethel?
To the vet. To see a Phillies game.
You're watching the game now, Ethel.
It's not the same, Harold.
Ethel? Ethel?
Free jackets from Mellon Bank to children 14 and under, August 17th. The thrill of the game.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right! Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a
When you decide to step up to this kind of power, this kind of challenge, this kind of flying, crashing, feeling, when you decide to get serious, there's only one place to come. The games of Super Nintendo. No one else creates this kind of experience, because no one else creates these kinds of games. Now you're playing with power.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Professional Wrestler Chris Wilde. This is Eagles News Now, live from bar 4133. And look, there seems to be so much negativity. 2020 is the year that everybody wants to forget and just wants to go away with everything that we have going on. And I've thought about making this video for a while. It's going to be a series of videos, not exactly football related, but just something to kind of take your mind off of, or at least take my mind off of what is going on the outside. And that are things that I miss from the 1990s. What a great decade I think that the 90s were. And look, there are a lot of things that I don't miss about the 90s. I mean, the big video cameras would have made it impossible for me to talk to you guys like I'm talking to you right now. I mean, there was no YouTube. It was really hard to get information. However, there's a beauty to some of the things that we had when we were growing up, if you were a 90s kid like I was. So today, one of the things I want to talk about, and I'm going to get into it right now, since this is an Eagles channel, I want to talk about how I miss the Veteran Stadium. I know what everybody's thinking. Man, that was a real dive of a stadium, right? I mean, the leaks, the rats, the smell. However, it was the first stadium I ever went to, and there was a certain mystique about being at Veterans Stadium for an Eagles game. The 700 level is legendary. It's the first section that I ever went to. I was there for the last game against Tampa Bay. We don't want to talk about that. But, I mean, there was just something about that stadium that was awesome, and I definitely miss that. As much as I love the Link, I definitely miss Veterans Stadium, as I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well. But let's talk about non-football stuff, things that you might miss from the 1990s. I find myself thinking about my children now and how easily it is to get things, and videos, Netflix, Amazon. I mean, you can literally go online right now from your phone and watch a movie like that. Well, it wasn't always that way. You see, as a kid growing up, one of the things that I loved to do after school on a Friday was go to the local video store. For me, it was Video Scene or Blockbuster Video, and walk in and choose one video game and one movie that I could watch for the entire weekend. Now, being a wrestling fan, it was always something wrestling. My sister always got one of the new releases, and then I had to pick a video game. And look, this was a big choice, because if it sucked, I was stuck with it for the entire weekend. But it made it so easy to get through a long school week, knowing that I could walk into that video store and just put your place there. Just put yourself into that place right now. The smell, the popcorn, the smell of the cases from the videos. There was just a certain ambiance of it. My Video Scene had a big ball pit in the middle of it. I mean, it was absolutely awesome. It was something that I definitely looked forward to as a kid. And that's another thing that I want to talk about. I talk about renting the video games, and just I can feel the case in my hand right now, opening that case and taking that game. And back then, there was no such thing as streaming or downloading. Now I have a PlayStation 4 where I can download any game that I want to. Back then we didn't have that. We had Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, regular NES, and basically you got the game, and you stuck it in and you played it. Nowadays, when you download the game, you have to wait for updates. There's just so much, as awesome the games are and the graphics and being able to play somebody from here in Delaware. I can play somebody in the UK. There's still nothing like the old Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo. Being able to get a game and just stick it right in and play. Something about those 8-bit graphics. Even the PlayStation, when things got a little bit better, there was just something different, again, about coming home from school and being able to sit in front of your TV and play those games. They were so much fun. Not much stress involved there, and I miss it. I miss those old consoles, and I know they have those new mini ones. I've got a mini Super Nintendo. It's just not the same, and it will never be the same. So those are just two of the things that I really enjoyed about the 1993, if you include Veterans Stadium and watching the Philadelphia Eagles there with those old Kelly green uniforms, which we all miss as well. So I don't want to make this too long, guys. Again, this is going to be a series of things, but this is part one of things that I miss from the 1990s. Starting off, we talked about the vet. We talked about video stores, Blockbuster video scene, and also those mom and pop video stores where you could find some hard to get videos. I definitely miss that, being able to walk into those stores, because the internet absolutely killed them. They killed those stores. And then, of course, video game consoles, the Sega Genesis, the Super NES, how things were so much fun. I mean, I remember going over to my brother's house and playing Street Fighter II Turbo on the Super Nintendo for hours on end. It was so much fun. And again, just something I looked forward to at the end of the week. And again, that's something that our kids are not going to get to experience, and the only way that they're going to be able to experience it is through our stories, like I'm telling you right now. So with that, I hope you guys had some fun with this video. Not a really long one, but again, part one, and what I loved from the 1990s and what I miss from the 1990s. And I'll have some more for you next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. Leave your comments, too, of things that you might miss from the 1990s, because like I said, this will be a series. But stay safe. Stay healthy, go Birds, and I'll see you guys later.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! I need Eagle Nation to stand.